There's a whole lot of new as the school year begins.
The kids are excited to be here. There's a lot of energy.
What's different this year for Vancouver's kindergartners? Plus, a new direction for the Foundation for Vancouver Public Schools. And a Vancouver high school ditches regular class schedules.
So we're all in it together. We're learning together.
How the change will prepare students for the real world. The first day of school arrives. Anxious students and parents line up at the front door of Marshall Elementary like every other school in Vancouver, ready to get the year started. Hello and welcome to In the Know. I'm Coleen Nelson. Every autumn brings new ideas, concepts, and of course programs to our schools. And one of the biggest is district-wide full-day kindergarten.
Great job, Alexi.
Students in Melissa Bergman's kindergarten class at King Elementary are at the start of something new.
There's something about a 5- and 6-year-old that's just excited to be in school for the first time.
So too is the school district, which for the first time now offers full-day kindergarten everywhere, not just low-income schools. Both Ms. Bergman and Jacob Wright at Ogden Elementary have taught full-day kindergarten before, so they've seen firsthand how students benefit.
And what I've noticed in my class is that when kids are here all day, they achieve much higher than their parents expect, than sometimes the district expects, and sometimes they reach as high as I expect.
I mean, 2 hours is a pretty short time period with half-day kindergarten, but with full day, you have the whole day to kind of relax a little bit. It allows students to really have time to learn how to be a student and to meet the new Common Core standards.
And while they're learning reading, writing, and arithmetic, they're also learning how to be around other people.
You learn how to get along with others. You have the time to stop and meet with kids during interventions, one-on-one with friendships coaching, and at the end of the year, it's amazing.
Of course, there is an adjustment period.
The time is longer, so they're tired. Once they get the hang of that and get the rhythm, they've got it.
And once they've got it, teachers say the amount of growth they show in an all-day program is nothing short of phenomenal.
They go from like 0 letters to knowing their alphabet, plus reading above their grade level, and sometimes they're writing complete multi-page stories, and it's fascinating. That growth period is just magic, absolute magic.
Incoming kindergartners at several schools were given a jump start thanks to the Foundation for Vancouver Public Schools. Students at 14 schools identified as low income got an extra 17 days in the classroom in August. The foundation gave a grant of $100,000 to make it happen. For many of these kids, this is a first introduction on how to learn.
They are learning what a classroom looks like, what it sounds like, what their expectations are. Just simple things like walking in a line that they don't understand or having to wait their turn. So it really makes them ready to be learning on that first day of school.
This is the second year of the program. In the first year, students who took part were nearly twice as likely to be at the early literacy benchmark than kids who weren't involved. Students who come from families where English isn't the primary language were nearly 3 times more successful than their peers. The Foundation for Vancouver Public Schools, which paid for the Jumpstart program, has a new director this year. Rona Senhas has spent more than 30 years plus in Vancouver and knows both the school system and our community's needs. It wasn't a difficult decision for her whether to take the job.
I'm super excited to be able to help level the playing field in education. I think that's paramount for our students.
The Foundation's mission is to help kids focus on their schoolwork, not basic needs like food, clothing, and shelter. It just shipped off a fresh batch of backpacks stuffed with school supplies. The Foundation is always fundraising, and its new calendars are available for sale. Just stop by the front desk of your closest school to get a copy. It's not just a new school year at Lewis and Clark High, it's a whole new way of learning. The school combines laptops and a whole lot of personal responsibility. It's today's We Learn story, where we examine technology in the classroom. Nick Vole has more.
The slogan at Lewis and Clark High School is "Chart your path to success." So it's appropriate that the school's new curriculum is all about letting students pick what they're going to learn when they want to learn it. It's a hectic first day at Lewis and Clark. The school's new study carrels arrived just this morning, along with a fresh crop of students. Also new is the school's approach to learning.
Before, we used to run more like a traditional high school, where we would just meet in 6 periods a day, and students would always have, history at 10 a.m. every day, regardless of whether they felt like working on history right then or not.
Now, students are assigned laptop computers and do their learning through special software.
It's kind of like a textbook. It's a lot more interactive and exciting than a textbook, but that's basically the job of the online curriculum, is to deliver information and to test students on whether they're receiving the information.
Students meet regularly with teachers in a group setting, but because their day isn't filled with lectures, they can also get individualized instruction.
Well, the thing that's great about this new system is it's live. It's exactly where they are. So I can go to the computer at any time. I can look up to see how successful they're being or not. And then I can pull them inside and isolate whatever the situation or circumstance may be and try to help them with that.
The laptops not only give the students a workspace during school, they also keep kids connected at home.
If I'm behind and I don't have enough time to catch up during school, I can take it home and I can work at home. And I can get caught up at home whenever I need to, or even get ahead at home if I need to.
This flex learning model is the first of its kind in our area, and it also marks a big shift at Lewis and Clark, which has long been the district's alternative school. Now, it's not a place for kids who have misbehaved. It's a school for students who want to guide their own learning.
I think they made it pretty clear about this year that it's going to be different, and if you're serious about coming here, then you need to do your work.
And that's just what students are doing. Despite the scramble to set up workspaces and assign laptops, they know they're here to learn, even if it doesn't look like a traditional classroom.
It's like a job where you show up and you think, okay, what do I have to complete today? And then you schedule out your time, knowing that, I've got a meeting at 10 and another meeting at 2, and then you arrange your day around those meetings, just like the real world.
For In the Know, I'm Nick Vole.
Thanks, Nick. Vancouver iTech Preparatory also has a one-to-one laptop program, and the school continues to expand. In its first year, the school had 6th, 7th, and 9th graders. And this time around, it's added 8th and 10th graders as well. iTech Prep is a STEM school focusing on science, technology, engineering, and math. The first day of school is always an exciting day for the district superintendent, Dr. Steve Webb. He got a chance to stop in at several classrooms.
Did you already read this before? Yeah, so sometimes when you read a book the second time, you can learn something else.
At Marshall Elementary, Dr. Webb read a story to children. Before he was an administrator, he was a teacher, so the first day is always an exciting time for him, just as it is for the families.
It's like Christmas Eve, all of this excitement about getting to school on the first day, and you can feel that energy in these classrooms and schools. It's palpable.
That feeling of excitement was obvious earlier in the day as moms and dads dropped off their children. We saw a lot of smiles, hugs, new backpacks, and of course a few tears. Staff at Marshall tell us everything went smoothly and the year is off to a great start.
I hope you all had a relaxing summer and are ready for school to start.
Superintendent Webb always records a welcome back message to staff and the community. This year, it highlights the accomplishments of Design 2, the district's long-term strategic plan, as well as plans for its renewal. To see Dr. Webb's message, stay tuned after this episode of In the Know. And you can always stay in touch with your school district online. Like the district on Facebook, follow it on Twitter, and of course watch videos on the district's YouTube channel. Find links to social media and get other updates on the district's website, www.vansd.org. And we're just about out of time for now. Stay tuned after this episode for Dr. Webb's message and another episode of In the Know. Until next time, I'm Coleen Nelson.